Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Welcome back everybody and welcome back to the channel. You might have probably heard that about 95% of all traders fail. And if 95% of all traders fail, then it means that just only 5% of traders make profit out of the market. So how come that most of people fail in trading and only few people make profit out of the market? For most of you guys, this is what happens. When you begin trading, let's say you heard of Forex, so you want to start trading. So you begin trading with some $300. So you go and deposit some $300 in your account, trading account with a broker, and begin trading. Then there is something called beginner's luck. You are able to grow the account from $300 and somehow your account becomes, let's say, 400. 450 or something like that. By some way somehow, though you have no knowledge of the market, but some way somehow your account grows to become 450. Then you become happy and you said, yes, if I trade more, I'll make more money. So what happened is that you begin to put in a little effort. By the time you realize you have reduced your account to 200. Now from 200, then frustration sets in. What happened? Why did I do that? I moved from 400 to 200. Then whilst you are still frustrated, you blow the account from 200 to 100, from 100 to 50, and then you will definitely eventually blow the account. So what happened is that you take your $10 and then you blow the account to 00. And now what comes to your mind is, okay, because $10 was small, that's why I blew the account. I heard some guy on the internet saying that I must have huge account, so let me try with $1,000. So you go and try $1,000, and then the same scenario happens. Since you are already frustrated, when you try $1,000, your account reduce back to, let's say, 800 or 850. Then some way somehow you're able to manage, and then you get back to maybe 900, and you're very happy. Yes, now I'm getting back on track. And then frustration sets in again, and you reduce your account to 500. From 500, you get angry and you start doing what you're not even supposed to do in the first place. And by the time you realize you are 300 or 350, and you keep going down from 350 to 200. From 200, you go to, let's say, 50 or maybe $80. And by the time you realize eventually you are $20, and then now you did $20, you don't even trade with it, you just leave it for it to blow because you are angry that you've lost from 1,000 all the way to $20. So you leave it and then your account gets blown. Now you ask yourself, but it was too easy when I started because I was growing to 450. What happened that I'm now not able to grow my account? And you begin to ask and wonder questions. Okay, so this is the reason why 95% of traders all fail, is because the 95% of traders we are talking about are not professional traders. The professional traders who actually trade as professionals are just few. So the 95% are individuals like you watching me, that you've heard of trading, that you've heard people make a lot of money in trading, so you want to come and learn how to trade. Actually not learn how to trade, to just come to the market and trade without even learning, because you have been showed on YouTube that trading is very easy, you can make easy money. So you all belong to the 95% of traders. That's why 95% of traders lose money. Only 5% of traders are professional, and those who are professional, they follow what we call a trading system. A trading system is called a profitability engine. So that's what we'll be discussing today in today's video lessons. Welcome back everybody, I'm Seth Owas and this is me. Today I'm not showing my face, I'm just discussing one of my slides in my mentorship program. This is one of my slides in my mentorship program, so please don't tell my mentorship student, okay? If you're a mentorship student who is watching me, please don't tell other students. I just want to put it here for those on YouTube to also watch some. This one slide from my mentorship class and I'm showing you guys here. I just want to discuss it with you. So we're going to talk about how you can move yourself from this 95% and join the 5% who follow a complete trading system. So that's why we're here today. Okay, so now let's begin. Before we begin, let me clean this. Give me some time and let me clean this. Okay. Okay, so before we begin, let me explain something to you. You know that in this real world, for everything to work, like a television or a car, there must be a system behind this kind of gadgets, right? Because for television to be able to work, there might be some systems around the television that make the television work completely. The same way, for a car to be able to work, there must be a system or system behind the car for the car to be able to work perfectly without errors. The same happen in trading. When you're trading, there must be system behind your trading. You cannot just trade anyhow, all because you've heard one guy on the internet saying that, hey, it's easy to make money trading. Or you've heard one guy saying that, hey, it's easy money. Just money will just begin to flow when you begin to trade. And you just also begin trading. If you do that, you join the top 95% people who are always failing. Okay, so don't do that. So the 5% of people who are always profitable, who are professional traders and make profit, follow a system. What is a trading system? A trading system is called the profitability engine. It is a set of rules that you are going to follow to trade as a trader. A trading system is not a trading strategy. Guys, are you listening? A trading system is not a trading strategy, but a trading strategy is part of a trading system. So when you look here, we have about 6 elements. And in these 6 elements, we have one of them to be a strategy. Trading a strategy, like when to buy, for instance, maybe the market is going up, you want to buy here. That is a strategy. It's not a trading system. Maybe the market is ranging and now you want to buy the range. That is a strategy, not a trading system. So these strategies can be found as part of a trading system, but not the whole trading system. Okay, let's move on. So a trading system is a set of rules that help you to trade as a trader. Like the way we have system behind TV, system behind cars, system behind machineries, the same way. So to be able to create a complete trading system, you must first have a good strategy. That's the first thing you must think about, because if you don't have a strategy, then you cannot even trade the market in the first place. It's like being able to start a business. If you want to start a business, you must have a capital, right? If you don't have some capital, you can never even start a business. So business goes with capital. The same way, you must have a good strategy before you be able to create a complete trading system. A strategy can be anything. It can be, as I've explained, it can be bounce, can be breakout, it can be any strategy you've learned from anywhere. But your strategy must at least give you 40 to 60% win rate. If your strategy cannot give you between 40 to 60% win rate with good risk reward, we come back to risk reward later. With good risk reward, then you cannot become profitable. So if you have a strategy that can give you at least 40% or 60% win rate, and then when you have a good risk reward ratio, what is risk reward ratio? Risk reward ratio is how much you lose as per how much you gain. So let's assume that you begin to trade, and anytime you lose $50, when you are gaining, you instead gain $100, which means your risk reward is said to be risk reward of 1:2, which means when you lose 1, you make 2. That is risk reward. If let's say you have risk reward of 1:3, let's say 1:3, it means that when you lose $50, you are always making profit of when you make profit, rather make profit of $150. So let's say that the first time you buy, let's say it was a winning trade, so you make a profit of $150, right? Which means your stop loss is here, your take profit target is here, and from here to here is $50. From here to here is $150. So assuming the market goes in your favor and hit your take profit target, you make $150. But if the market comes back and take you out, you only lose $50 of your account. That's what we call risk reward. So this is a stop loss. So if you have risk reward of 1:3, this is what it means. If you have a good strategy that can give you about 40%, and you have good risk reward ratio like 1:2, or even 1:1.5, or 1:1 is not good. Don't take 1:1. 1:1, which means you must have more than 50%. But if you have 1:2, 1:3, 1:4, then you are going to become very profitable. I advise all my students to always take 1:2 risk reward ratio, because the more risk reward increases, like 1:3, your win rate also decreases. We learned it in the mentorship, okay? So those who are in the mentorship, you understand it better. But put in your mind that your risk reward must correspond with your win rate ratio. So if you have a good win rate ratio of 40%, then you must also have a very good risk reward, so that at least it can balance itself, okay? So they can balance themselves out. After you have a good strategy and you have good risk reward, the next important thing to think about is your risk per capital. When you say risk per capital, it's how much percentage of your capital you are ready to risk as a trader. Let's say that you are a businessman and your capital is, let's say, $20,000. Let's say 20K, 20,000. Will you use all these 20,000 to go and purchase your goods? No. If you do that, you are not a good businessman, right? You don't have business skills. At least you must use some or part of this money to purchase goods. And then you bring only percentage of even those goods you've bought to the shop to sell. But if you bring all to the shop, then they can spoil, right? You can't preserve them well. So we don't do that. The same happens in trading. You must have risk per capital stated in your trading system. Because let's say that your trading account is $10,000. $10,000, you ask yourself, how much are you risking on a trade? How much of the $10,000 are you risking on a trade? And risk per capita also match with the risk reward ratio. You see how they work together in the system? Yes. So let's say that you have $10,000 in your account. You decide to risk, let's say, 2%. 2%, this is very funny. The beginners don't even want to hear 2%. They don't know why their account is very big. It says they should risk only 2%. So by now, most of the beginners will be skipping the video. But I'm telling you, if you're able to stay throughout this video to the end, it's going to actually help you, okay? So do that. Okay, so let's say that you decide to risk 2%, or let's say 5%, since most of you want the bigger one. So 5% of your account, 5% of $10,000 will be somewhere 10% is $1,000, so 5% will be like $500. So which means anytime you take a trade, you are putting $500 on a risk base, which means if the trade does not even go in your favor, you lose only $500. That's what you call risk per capital. Per capital, how much are you risking per capital on a trade? So let's say that you are risking $500 on a trade, then it means that here your stop loss will be $500 and your take profit is going to be $1,500. You get it, the scenario. Let's say that your capital is just 1,000 and you are risking $50. It means the same, comes back to the same old scenario where you are risking 50 to make 150. Very simple. So that's what we call risk per capital. Now, the next element you need is your position sizing. This is very broad. Position sizing, what does it mean? It's how much of the asset can your $500 buy. How would you know that if I trade a forex pair of Euro USD, how much can this $500 buy? That is position sizing. How do you size your position equally to suit your $500 risk or your $50 risk? How do you do that? That's what we call position sizing. You must size your position accurately to suit how much you want to risk. And this one, there is something we use called position sizing calculator that you can learn and use it. But I teach this in my mentorship class. They all understand it. You can go to my FS book, fxbook.com, and then you find your position sizing calculator and you can do your position sizing. Okay, you can do it there in the application. Okay, the next element that must be entered in your trading system is your maximum drawdown. When you begin trading and you start winning and winning, or you begin to lose and lose, the question is, maximum drawdown asks you, at what point should you stop trading? At what point should you stop trading so that you analyze your system? That's what you call maximum drawdown. So guys, let me clean this and let's move on. Okay, so imagine that you had $10,000 in your account and you begin to trade, and then from $10,000 it started coming to, now you've lost all the way to 8,000. Now you've lost up to 7,000. So instead of you going up, you're rather losing. So at what point should you stop? That's what you call maximum drawdown. At what point should you say, no, this is my maximum drawdown I'm going to accept on my account? After that, I'm going to sit down and analyze my system again. At what point should you stop? You must have maximum drawdown in your account. So for instance, you can say, okay, if I lose about 30% of my account, it means I don't know what I'm doing. So I must sit up and reanalyze my system. Or someone may say, if I lose about 50% of my capital on my account, then it means that there's something wrong with my system. So let me sit up and analyze my system, reanalyze my system. You cannot wait for your account to go 000, 0 before you think of even becoming wise, guys. You can't do that. Trading is built on a system. If your account hit a particular margin, you must be able to sit upright and stop trading and analyze yourself as a trader. That's how you do business. If you go and carry goods and you wait till you get lost, then it means you're not a good businessman, right? Or a good business owner. At least at some point when they're not buying, you must sit down and analyze yourself. Why am I not getting profit? The same happen in trading. Okay, if you have losses such that your account keep reducing, you ask yourself, what is the problem? Am I the problem? Like the trader, am I the problem? Or is my system which is not working? Okay, if my system which is not working, you have to ask yourself those questions. That's what we call maximum drawdown. The next important component in a trading system is what we call consistent sample of trades. Upon all these components, and you don't take consistent sample of trades, then you cannot become profitable. Because let's say that you open your shop once in a month, and somebody who opened the shop every single day who become profitable, obviously the one who is opening the shop every single day become profitable, provided they are selling the same goods, right? Yes, so that's what we call consistent sample of trade. You must always be trading. Not always like every time, but most of the time you must be trading to be able to make profit out of the market. If you don't trade at all, you can't make profit. If you don't go to work, you can't earn salary. The same happen in trading. This is what we call a trading system, and this can also be called the profitability engine, which means that if something is missing and you're not profitable, you ask yourself, what is the issue? You know where to attack. Is it that my drawdown is too much? I'm blowing my account, or my position size, I can't size my position well. Or some people, their issue is that they don't know, they can't be disciplined enough to risk only percentage of their capital. They keep changing it. Today they raise 200, the next trade they raise 500, the next trade they say I'm confident, let me raise 1,000. The next trade, hey, I'm afraid, let me raise only $50. If you do that, you're not having consistent risk per capital, and you're going to have a losing trading business. Okay, so don't do that. Then the risk reward ratio, make sure that always you are not fearful. You take only good risk reward ratio. If you say that I am taking 1:2, you do the same thing every time. Just take 1:2. That's all. If you say I'm taking 1:3, do that every single time. Be patient until your risk reward ratio is hit. Okay, and then you must have a good strategy. The base of everything is your strategy, because if you don't have a good strategy, then you have no business. Yes, if you don't have a good strategy, you have no business in trading. So please find a good strategy that you can learn from anywhere from my channel. I have a lot of live trading videos I've done here. So just go to my channel and watch some of the live trading videos, or you can just go to other channels and learn their strategies. And if you like it, you just keep it and you keep using it, master it and keep using it. So this is what you call a complete trading system. If you follow this trading system, I bet you can never be a losing trader. This one, I can bet my life on it. You can never be a losing trader unless you don't follow this trading system. So this is a slide, as I said, this is a slide I've taken from my mentorship class that I decided to explain to you. Please don't tell my students, okay? Don't tell my students, don't tell my students. And if you're my student here, please don't tell anybody, okay? Just watch it, and I just want to help those who are also out here. So I'm Seth Owers, and I'm your mentor. Anytime you need help, you can always send me a message or send me email, and I will reply you. If you want to join my mentorship class too, you are always welcome to join my mentorship class every year. If you want to join my mentorship class too, you are always welcome to join my mentorship class every month. So I just take a class of 10, a class of just 10. So anybody who is interested can always join. Just send me a message and then I'll just reply you. Okay. Until then, whatever you've learned today and you don't take your time to analyze it, it won't stick in your brain. So please, whatever I've taught you today, this secret I've shared with you, put in your mind, practice, and sit down and ask yourself, Why did he say that? Why did he say this? How can I implement this? How can I do that? Ask yourself those questions, and when you find the answers are like gold, because it's only one answer that can turn your life around. With then I'll just sign out and take care of yourself. Say towards your mentor, and see you next time. Bye.